Hey everybody, Max Kevin here. It's a little UFC podcast. Oh my god, you guys ready for UFC 291? Holy guacamole, dude. It's the BMF belt, dude. It's the bad mother-father belt. It's whoever had the bad parents. That's why you became a fighter, because your parents didn't love you. Except maybe mommy did, but daddy didn't. He used to beat you, and that's why you were out on the streets running with the gangs. But then the coach found you when you were 16, and he took you away from the gangs, and he said, "Boy, you get on my wrestling team, you stop gang banging around town, you get on the goddamn wrestling team and start grabbing other dudes' asses." And you were like, "Alright, coach, I'll do it." And you were really good at grabbing other dudes' asses, and so you went to the finals in college. And you became the college Division I wrestling champion, and you went to the Olympics, but you only got the bronze medal because there was some other fucking Russian dude who was on steroids who was cheating. And that's why they took away the Russians' ability to show their flag at the Olympics. They just have to be the Olympian team from Russia, even though everyone knows where they're from. That's so fucking stupid. Why would they even do that to everybody? Nobody cares about the goddamn flag, you know. And then so whenever you only got third place, but then you went to the boxing and you learned how to strike, and then you did your first MMA fight when you were 23, and you're like, "Coach, I did it. I beat up this other dude who's also poor. And we only got paid $3,000 for this fight, and we both got CTE, and I broke my leg." And the coach is like, "You did it, son. You didn't do the gangbanging stuff. Look at you now. You got $3,000 and a broken leg." What was I talking about? It's UFC 291. UFC 291. All right, let's start at the top of the list here. Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje. Now this is the fight for the BMF belt, the bad mother father belt. Let's see. Everyone I guess, everyone's got the same thoughts. It's a toss up. I also think it's a toss up fight, man. Both these guys are just the badasses of the division, except for they can't beat Islam Makhachev. But besides that, they're fucking badasses. Because they can beat anybody in the division except for the champion, Islam Makhachev. There's no way they can beat him. So that's why they're fucking fighting for the bad motherfucker belt. Oops, I just said the bad word. Anyway, let's see. Justin Gaethje, he's looked really good. His last fight against Rafael Fiziev. And Dustin Poirier, he's also looked good in his last couple fights versus Conor, I did too much cocaine, McGregor. They're both the same age, I think Justin Gaethje's 2 months younger or something like that. Yeah, okay, so, people are saying, Justin Gaethje trains at altitude, and this fight's at altitude, so that's, Dustin Poirier probably has the cardio advantage. I don't know, Justin Gaethje, he's got great cardio too, and he paces himself very well too, so like he doesn't blow his load in the first round, So yeah, that might be, everyone's saying that might give Justin Gaethje an edge there because he trains at altitude. And I think as far as striking, Justin Poirier is more creative. He's more, you don't know, he blocks weird, as Max Holloway says, He kind of has more unorthodox striking style, whereas Justin Gaethje is very orthodox, standard body. He's very good at it, but it's still standard style, Of course, Justin Gaethje is probably going to do the leg kicks. He likes doing those leg kicks. Both these guys, they're probably the same game plan as like leg kick. So like both their legs are going to be fucked up, that's for sure. And anybody can win this fight, man. It depends who lands the better punches. That's all it comes down to, This fight, I don't think Dustin Poirier might have a slight advantage in like the cardio, but I don't know because it's at altitude, so he might not. And he might have a slight like striking creativity advantage there. We'll see what happens. I'm not betting on this one. I almost wanted to bet the under 2.5. That kind of looks. Under 2.5, that kind of looks good. That's what I would bet, but I'm not betting on that one. I'm just gonna enjoy the fight. I'm just gonna enjoy it as a spectator, without any money on the line. I don't want to get too emotionally invested. I'm just going to watch this one and be a fan of the bad mother father belt. Okay, next to them we got Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. And let's see, did I bet? Yeah, I bet I was debating this one. This is going to be a tough one too, you know? This is the classic striker versus wrestler, you know? Even though Jan Blachowicz isn't really a wrestler, he's also a striker, but he can actually wrestle, whereas Alex Pereira cannot wrestle at all, you know? And of course, Blachowicz, he already beat Adesanya by wrestling. And of course, Pereira is much bigger, so it's probably going to be more difficult to wrestle him. But also, his wrestling ability is probably even worse than Adesanya. So it's the question. You know, is this going to be like one of those John Jones versus Cyril Gaines where you realize in the first 30 seconds like, okay, no wrestling. Okay, you can't wrestle at all. You know, I mean that's the question. Is like we're going to figure out does Alex Pereira have any wrestling at all? Well, I guess we're going to find that out there. You know. I mean, he definitely probably has a striking advantage because his kickboxing career. But of course, Blachowicz, he's got that Polish power boxing, man. He's got the meat and potatoes. 1-2. Say hello to your mother for me. Gadoosh, you know. He's got that standard orthodox. He's very good at that boxing. You know, he's got Polish power in his hands too. He's got knockout power. Of course, Pereira, he might. I don't know. I feel like he's going to be faster. I feel like Jan's going to be a little too slow to hit him. But I don't know, Jan. He's even though he's 40 years old, he still did pretty good against Dagestani Abe Lincoln over there. What's his name? I forget. Can't remember his name right now. Not Shavkat Rakhmonov. What's this guy's name? Let's see. Let me click this. What's his name? What was his name? Yeah, Magomed Ankalaev. Yeah, that guy hasn't fought since his draw. I wonder why he's not fighting. Anywho, yeah. So I feel like this fight is gonna. I feel like it'll probably end. It could end in the first round there. I mean, Alex Pereira could knock him out in the first round there, or Jan Blachowicz could just wrestle him and lay on him for 3 rounds. That could also happen there. Yeah, the under. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Even if you bet the over or under, you know, if Blachowicz decides to just lay on him for 3 rounds, you know, then you all want to bet the over. But if he's going to stand and strike with him, Pereira's going to knock him out. So you want to bet the under, you know, so you don't know what's he going to do. Blachowicz, what are you going to do, dude? What's your plan? What's your game plan? Are you going to wrestle? Can you tell me? Could you tell me before I place my... Anyway, I'll put $10 on Alex Pereira. Hopefully he wins there. Hopefully he wins. Okay, then we got Stephen Thompson versus Michel Pereira. This is going to be a great fight, too. This is another striking fight. This is another wrestling versus striking, you know. Michel Pereira, he should definitely wrestle. I mean, if he's smart, he will wrestle, you know. Like Kevin Holland decided not to wrestle, and that's why he lost the fight against Stephen Thompson there, you know. He could have won that fight if he decided to wrestle, but instead he tried to stand and strike, and then Stephen Thompson just gave him a couple wheel kicks to the head there, you know. It's like, oh, you're not going to wrestle? Oh, okay. I'll do this spinning wheel kick that I could never do if anyone wrestled me, and I'll just kick you in the head with it 3 times. Make your corner throw in the towel, because you don't want to wrestle. Thanks. Thanks for not wrestling, so I could do this flashy spinning wheel kick to the back of your head there. You dummy. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, Michel Pereira, he likes to put on a show there, you know. He also does dumb things. Like, one of his losses there, he was doing like, you know, he would knock the guy down on the ground, and the guy would be on the ground there, and then he would like do a flip and like try to kick him, like with a flip, you know. He was doing lots of flips, you know, and then he'd get real tired. Like, yeah, one of his losses there, like the first round, he did like 3 flips on the guy. And I got super tired. And he lost the next 2 rounds because he gassed out because he was doing too many flips there. Then his next fight, he's beating the shit out of Diego Sanchez, and he gives him an illegal knee to the head there. And he loses that one too. So he doesn't have the best fight IQ there. His cardio, he doesn't have so much cardio, but he's definitely a flashy. He's fun to watch, you know. He's got good striking there. So I think he's going to want to put on a show, you know, which is not a good idea. That's what Kevin Holland wanted to do, and that's why he lost the fight there. So definitely don't put on a show. Definitely try to just win this one, because I put $10 on Michel Pereira. Even though I love my boy, Stephen Wonder Boy Thompson. I just feel like he probably should have lost that fight against Kevin Holland. If Kevin Holland had better fight IQ there. And he definitely probably should lose this fight against Michel Pereira if Pereira uses any of his brain and just wrestles him. But we'll see what happens, hopefully. Okay, then we got Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green. Because Tony Ferguson, he's been in quite a losing streak recently. Lost to Nate Diaz, lost to Michael Chandler, lost to Dariush, lost to Oliveira, lost to Justin Gaethje. Oh, Jesus, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's on a 5-fight losing streak. Usually they say like a 3-fight losing streak is career ending, And, Tony Ferguson's on a 5-fight losing streak. Anyway, I put $10 on Tony Ferguson. I mean, why not? He's plus 300. Yeah, Bobby Green, he's getting up there too. He's 36. He got popped for taking steroids a couple years ago, so, he's not, I don't think he's as good. He's kind of like a one-trick pony there. He's got like knockout power. That's how he wins his fights, is basically knocking dudes out. But no one's ever knocked out Tony Ferguson. And Bobby Green, he's kind of a one-trick pony there. That's all he's got is his striking and his knockout power. He doesn't really, he's not a complete fighter there. Whereas Tony Ferguson is a complete fighter. So I feel like in the cardio too, Bobby Green's cardio is definitely not as good as Tony Ferguson. I feel like Tony Ferguson did all right. He was doing all right against Nate Diaz. He was doing good against Michael Chandler before he got kicked in the head there. And yeah, man, Tony Ferguson, dude. He is 39 years old. This is probably a dumb bet, but he's plus 300. Plus 300, $10 to win 30. Come on, Tony, let's do it. Break that 5-fight losing streak. Let's go. Bobby Green sucks. Of course, then we got Michael Chiesa versus Kevin Holland. I kind of wanted to bet on this one, but I decided not to. Michael Chiesa, I was going to bet on Michael Chiesa, but the thing is he hasn't fought in 2 years. He's coming off 2 losses 2 years ago. And I feel like Chiesa should win this one. But it's too much unknown. Like, I don't know what his mindset is there. He hasn't fought in 2 years. He's coming off 2 losses. Where's his head at, He's probably going to wrestle. He's definitely going to wrestle Kevin Holland there. Of course, Kevin Holland could use his jiu-jitsu. But Kevin Holland's got the definitely striking advantage, He's got a 15 centimeter. What is that? 5 inches? It's a 5-inch reach advantage? Holy guacamole. Yeah, so I didn't bet on that one. The last one I bet on was Derek Lewis. My balls was hot. Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. He's plus 200 against Marcos Rodrigo de Lima. De Lima is also not very good. And they're the same age there. Derek Lewis has a reach advantage. Derek Lewis got the fat boy advantage, Derek Lewis usually caves against guys that are superior than him, Once he realizes that the other fighter is better than him, he's just like, oh, fuck this. But I don't think De Lima is any better than him. He's going to be like, oh, this guy's not that good. He's not as good as me. I'm the goddamn Black Beast, goddamn it. I'm too fat for 260. I'm too fat for the heavyweight division. And I knock dudes out. And he's plus 200, so I put $10 to Derek Lewis. Let's go, dude. Let's go, fat boy. Knock him out. Let's see how hot those balls are. Yeah, and anyway, those are all my bets. Looked at some of the prelims. They're all pretty even odds. I don't know anything about the. Anyway, those are my bets. I put no parlays today. No parlays this time. I just put $10 across the board. Alex Pereira, Derek Lewis, Tony Ferguson, Michel Pereira. Do what you want. Your life, your choice. Thanks for listening. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow.